Hello all, welcome to routines.com. In this session, we'll discuss about vector database or basically what is vector and in a database. Okay. So now let us understand what is this two words called vector and database. So database, we know the purpose of a database is to store the data, and the data can be any format generally. It can be text, number, numerical, image, audio, video, claw, blob, all these kind of things. But now what is this vector database? So from the mathematical point of view, a vector is just a number. From a mathematical point of view, a vector is just a number, and which is in generally a kind of a matrix kind of fashion. So these numbers, what exactly these represent? These numbers represent the meaning of text, audio, video, images, etc. But how are they converted? So that we'll discuss in the next session. But ideally, the purpose of this vector database is to store this particular the data what we have in a numerical format. And there are a couple of databases which supports, and it stores not just the numbers, it has the information about the meaning of, let us if you consider text, it stores the meaning of the text, and these vectors are converted, like there are a couple of others engines which converts the data into numbers, right? Maybe in the gen AI model we have a couple of models which converts this particular the data what you have in a text. Assume that you have a data in a text format. When they store the data in the database, they store in an appropriate format. Each LLM follows its own set of the numbering format based on the logic which they have designed. So ideally, and the finally what we are trying to tell is the content what we have, it will not be stored as is, it will get converted into a numeric format that is called vector. Okay. And the databases which we use it normally for the mostly the transaction, normal OLTP or OL analytical purpose, we use the traditional databases like a Microsoft, Oracle, or maybe the MongoDB or the other kind of databases. Now here, if you observe from the Oracle point of view, the latest version 23C, it supports a data type called vector data type. And also we have a PostgreSQL, MongoDB, and other kind of databases, which we mentioned here. A couple of databases, which are the traditional databases, which is used for a normal transactional purposes in the normal applications, not just the AI application, but in the general applications. These are the databases which have the support for vector data type also. Okay. And now we'll see other kinds of databases which are specially designed for the purpose of supporting the vector numbers, vector databases. So these are called, like vector native database, specially designed to support vectors. Of course, the efficiency wise, with respect to the vectors, yes, it has its own set of unique functionalities. Okay. Now, in which scenarios you'll just generally use this particular vector logic. So it is not just about Gen AI kind of logic. So in the normal scenarios, wherever you have a data in this kind of representation, example, image, audio, or maybe geographical position or biological data like a DNA kind of thing, there are chances or there are usages with respect to vector data type. Okay. And of course, now these days it has been extended to LLM or AI chatbots mostly. And now, as we are discussing that, the data, whatever we have it is not stored as is. It get converted into number. But who is converting that? So the process of converting the input data into a number or a vector is called embedding. And we have the LLMs or the models which convert the data in normal format to vector format. Okay, embeddings is nothing but a numerical meaning of the text which we mentioned. And now how we embed, right? So maybe I can show you one example here. You can observe. So in this Python script, you can observe here, I have a first one is I'm importing the Cohere SDK, then the Cohere key, and then I'm just assigning the Cohere key to my variable CO. And this is a content text. This is a content which I want to convert. So here I just mentioned Oracle Fusion Cloud ERP simplifies financial process. And here in this line number 11 to 15 or 14, what I'm doing is I'm just providing what is my input text, which model I have to use it, nothing but which language model, which LLM I want to use it, and what is my input type. When you performing the embedded, you have to mention what kind of input type you have it. Based on that, it will perform the appropriate embedding. So now in the final line number 18, what exactly it will do is like a line number 11, it executes the Cohere API to get the embedding of the input text, and it provides the response. That response will be stored in the response variable. In the response variable, we are getting the information of our embedding vector. And we can also find out what is the length of the embedding vector. And also here we mentioned what are the five values of the embedding. So let us see this particular script now. So this is a script here. Yep. So I'll just go to my command prompt. So I can just clear this cache. You can just see the list of scripts I have. Python embed sample. So here why I'm using the Cohere, because Cohere for a developer purpose, it has a free kind of thing. We don't require any license for the initial training purpose kind of thing. So you can just use a Cohere. And if at all, if you come across any other libraries which supports this kind of access, you can try it out also. Okay. And now here, if you observe, why does the length is 2024? Why the length is 1024? The reason is based on the embedding API which we are using here, based on the model which we are using, you may get appropriate length. And here, if you observe, let us say, even if I change the text, let us say I don't want to provide this particular total text. Instead of this, I'll just say a fusion as a single keyword. And if you try to find out the length of this particular embedding, you still may get 1024. The basic reason is the embedding model which we are using may have its own specific way of generating a text, generating the embedding for a given particular input. So in this version, always the value of this embedding is 2024. Maybe if you use another model, the embedding length will differ for sure. Okay. So this is a simple script of how do we convert the given value, which is text, into a vector format. Okay. So what are the format which you're getting in the output? This is a vector. So as of now, we are providing the output into the text, but in normal scenarios, when you design the application, what exactly we'll be trying to do is whatever the output which you get in your embedding, this will get stored in the databases mostly, or maybe it may be passed on to the LLM to get the final output. Next one, I'll just want to show you one more example with respect to Oracle database. So now what I want to do is we'll just see how do we create a vector column in the Oracle 23AI database. Okay, this is one of the sample table which I have around 4 columns, and you can observe product ID, product name, the description column, and the fourth column you can observe I have creating an embedding of embedding is my column name, and the data type is vector, and I mentioned the dimension as 4, then nothing but the embedding size. And now, and also we require index to be created on this particular column. And then the next one is I just want to insert the data. You can observe here how are we inserting. So insert into product info table values, and then the vector should be enclosed in a single quotes and square brackets. And also the number of values here, you could observe there are 4 values. Why does I am providing 4 values? Because the embedding size of my vector is 4. That's the reason I provided 4 values which are comma separated. And you can also observe like a couple of 2 more records which I mentioned here. Now coming to the last step 4, you can observe here how do I get the data, right? If at all, if you want to get the data, you can just simply mention select star from your table name. So I'll just show you the script now. I'll just go here. I'm using the livesql.oracle.com, which supports the 23A, which is a free version. And you can just see the data which is available in the product info table. Let me read on once. Yeah. Yeah, let's select this one, run it. Yeah, so you can observe here, this is the data. We have 3 records in this one. If at all, if I want to find out, I want to filter the input data based on another vector. Let us say I want to perform a similarity search. So then I can just try to get this one. So we are comparing the vector now. So the comparison for the vector is like this. You have to use this particular operator, and you can observe this is a similarity operator. It's also called cosine similarity. It's a measure that calculates how similar 2 vectors are by comparing the angle between them, not their length. Right? It seems all are similar, and we got all the records here. And now we have one more functionality. You can see the cosine embedding, right? So in the context of vector search, a distance score tells you how far apart 2 vectors in a high dimensional space. The smaller the distance, the more similar 2 vectors are. You can observe here. So now if I try to execute this one, we may get some information like the distance here. And as per this particular distance type value, if the cosine distance is between 0 to 2, 0 means very similar. So it ranges 3 values. One is 0 is very similar, 1 is unrelated, and 2 is opposite direction. So nothing but if at all, if we get 0 or something, we can understand, okay, this much similar. So 0.3, right? And here if you observe, this is 0.306. It seems very similar, right? This much similar, and other one is like a little bit far away from the input. So for the input which I provided, this Bluetooth speaker is very near, and this is little bit near, and this is very far. Smartwatch is very far. So this initial two are little bit near to the input which I provided. So this how, like the distance score is measured. So now, so this is what is in the initial discussion on the vector database. Maybe in the couple of next coming session, we'll concentrate more on the vector database from the Oracle point of view. Okay, thank you.